Potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet. Fingerling. Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery. I'm Paul George. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke F-A-S-T. Fast. Life is why. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2min2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
The following is a production of WEGL 91.1 FM.
That ball is gone! It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams!
WEGL Sports.
The Tigers are headed to the College World Series!
Where every
touchdown Auburn! Zakoby McClain!
Game.
They're not gonna keep him off the field tonight! Holy cow!
Lives. Strap in. It's time for the Extra Point, Auburn's best sports talk radio show, Auburn's only sports talk TV show.
He better count basketball wins.
Your 3-time nationally nominated sports show.
Oh, yeah.
And they signed Cody Parkey.
SEC champion, Cody Parkey.
I picked Pitt, and I was right. Your 3-time nationally nominated sports show. The guys give you the latest.
Penn State by a million.
Thank you.
John Gruden cried after we traded Khalil Mack, and now he's dancing in the locker room, saying he wish he had a disco.
Call in at 334-844-9345 to join the debate. My boy got it on lock.
I thought you were saying 1,800 yards in this game. I was like, Jared.
The X's and O's begin now on Eagle Eye TV and WEGO Radio. The Extra Point, presented by WEGO Sports, where every game lives. And welcome inside the Extra Point here on WEGO 911 and Eagle Eye TV. Hello everybody, Jared Dillon, and joining me from wherever they may be is Davis Carroll, Alex Houston, Bay Marks, and Jacob Hillman. I guess we'll start with Davis first. Davis, how was your game of 2K going back there? That I hope that you were losing.
I was winning, in fact. My team has a problem with help defense, so they'll let a lot of runs happen, but I'm currently up 8, so we're good.
Like all of 2K has a problem with help defense, I mean.
Oh, it does, but this team especially. Yusuf Nurkic does not know how to get over.
Alex, how about you? How are you doing today?
I mean, quarantine's going pretty good. Yesterday, we tried to get our boat started, and the steering wheel came off. It snapped off, so now we have no boat. So there's that. But other than that, going great.
Bay, how's quarantine?
Sucks.
It sucks.
It's still like it was last week, just worse because, you're starting to adjust to not being, out in the real world, and it's kind of getting to the point where I'm ready to be back and Auburn back in the groove of things.
And Jacob, lastly, how about you?
Yeah, same as me. Awful.
It is awful. It is an awful process, and I think that we're all starting to feel what it's like to be cooped up for a long time.
Yeah, I would have just started finding stuff to just completely throw all of your attention into, like some video game or something.
Hey, I've been playing video games.
I've been playing a lot of video games. Instead of Friday and paper that's due Sunday, I've been playing a lot of games.
Same, dude. I've been playing too many games, but I mean,
If you want to join the show,
what you gotta do.
If you want to join the show, you can by asking a comment in the comment section on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube. It'll come through on the show, and we'll answer it as we go along. And we'll be able to answer any question from sports to how to stay alive during these times. We'll keep it at that.
Also, I'd actually be good at answering that because I felt like I've almost died just laying in bed doing nothing.
And also, as well, just keeping up and making things a little bit easier for ourselves, moving to just 1 hour a day instead of 2. Because I think you saw what starts to happen after 1 hour, which is pretty much
crazy. Second hour gets completely off the rails.
It's like the Tuesday Thursday show, but on crack. Which I can say because I'm not on the radio.
Exactly.
Could you not say that on the radio?
I feel like you can say on the radio anyway.
Jared, you said you said so much stuff on the. I don't think that's all of a sudden.
You beat Alex over the head with the clipboard. I feel like
that is true,
Alex.
When I assaulted Alex live on video and nobody did anything to help him.
To be fair,
he doesn't care about me.
I feel
it's
like
all right.
that was coming. Like that was gonna happen.
It was on radio, but no one on radio would know.
That's
true.
Except Jared came back on and went, I just beat Alex over the head with the clipboard.
Hey, come arrest me. I served my nickel. You come and take me. That's a good quote, by the way.
Gosh.
I'm gonna go to the clink.
Gordy Stewart, who is part of Weagle, League Talk, which one day will return stronger than ever. He asked, who's the worst 2K player out of us 5?
Well, I mean, I don't own it, so I'd probably say me.
I'm a beast at 2K, so all y'all can catch the smoke.
I beat Davis one time with Pascal Siakam.
A buzzer beater. On a freaking buzzer beater.
It was a buzzer beater because you're trash, Davis.
Because I realized I was beating you by 20, so I laid off the gas and then
wow.
Had a half-court buzzer beater on me.
Using that excuse, that's so weak.
Alex, play a series to 7 with me and see who wins.
Series to 7? Okay, fine. All right.
Look, I'm going to go ahead and just flex. All right, I'm the only person who had a undefeated season on 2K. So...
Did you I scored 137 points with Derrick Rose in the first quarter. Stop it. Undefeated season means nothing.
What did you do to the settings to pull that off?
Nothing.
Probably turned on made shots to 100.
It was like it was like 2K11 when the 76ers were the worst team ever. It was crazy.
So
don't mess with the 2K11 Bulls. Stuff's crazy.
That's a crazy story, Alex. Tell it again.
No, let's not. Before I actually do beat him with another clipboard that I do find.
Jared, how are you going to do that? We're in separate corners of the globe right now.
Alex, I am in proximity to you.
Of the globe?
Of the globe? Where the hell are you at?
Like 4 hours to go.
The globe?
How big do you think the Earth is, Alex?
Yeah. If the globe is just Alabama, sure.
And you're still really not opposite cornered.
Yeah.
He's just kind of straight up. Dolphin Island's not that far.
Hold up.
I know. I know.
As I light my candles.
Jared, am I allowed to ask a question to the group that's not really sports related, but I think it'd be interesting?
Sure, go for it.
I want it.
Okay. Wait, do you or do you not want it, Jacob?
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's something that you did that you didn't think was going to hurt, but actually hurt a ton? Mine was
listening to you talk.
I put on a shot collar.
No.
I put a shot collar on turns 100, and I
Why
really
would
hurt
you
myself.
push? How would you not think that was gonna? Oh, that's
Because I did it on like 10 and it didn't hurt at all. I was like, oh wow, I can handle 100.
So
You're an idiot for
That's like,
picking
that's
on
like shooting yourself with a rubber bullet and being like, oh man, the rubber bullet didn't hurt. How about a real bullet?
Answer the
And it's like,
question,
wait a
Alex.
minute.
Answer the question. We're not making fun of me.
I don't know.
Your
I'm
answer.
not an idiot, Davis.
The
I was.
time I
2 hours with just this.
I jumped
From
off
the bench itself could fill up 2 hours worth of content.
Wait,
true.
Jacob's talking. Jacob's talking.
I did a rope swing at the lake, and then my leg got ripped to shreds.
All right. Bay?
Are we
That
talking
happened.
just physical pain? Or
Yes.
I mean,
if you have an emotional pain, I guess you can say that. But
Sports, anything.
This is more like a mental thing. So, over spring break, I went to the mountains with Jordan, and she wanted to do the ski lift, and I hate heights with everything in me, and I was mentally torn to shreds. Like, it was a scarring experience. Would I do it again? I don't know.
But did you think it wasn't going to be that bad, but then it ended up being really bad?
Well, it's kind of like that macho thing, you know, like
Yeah, I get you.
Like, hey, like, let's go do this. Like, okay, you're like, okay, I think I can do this. So, like, going up wasn't bad because we were in one of those cubbies. And coming down, we were on an open bench, and I was like ripping that metal bar with like all the strength in me. So,
all right, Jared, what's yours?
Something that I didn't think would hurt, but
and then it hurt a lot.
It didn't hurt a lot, man.
Yes. I actually have quite a few answers to that, but I just gave the one that came to my mind first.
I'm gonna say grad school.
Okay, so we are going emotional pain now.
Yeah, like you guys don't understand, like the mental torment that I've gone through with grad school. Like,
Jared, it's not very easy to understand it when like you're just half the time you're talking about how you just don't read, you don't do homework, and it's like, okay, how difficult is it?
He can't read.
He can't. Yeah. What college is done for him.
My bad.
Yeah, they're the difference. I can't read.
Not to. He physically cannot. Okay, so but still,
like,
Jared, I'm literally taking a basic research class right now for comm, and it's literally been like the hardest class I've taken in my entire life.
Yeah, so just imagine.
So if that's anything what grad school's like.
Just imagine taking like a communication theory class. Okay.
Ew.
There are words that were spoken in that class that I did not know existed.
Indubitably.
And then
one?
Then there's me, and you guys know me. I'm a goofy guy. Okay, so I'm just sitting there,
really?
and the
Thank you, Jared,
the professor's like, "Do you guys get this?" And I'm just like, "No, like what you want from me?" I don't know how I made it, but I'm gonna get it.
That's hilarious.
And my GPA is like a 3.8. I don't know how I pulled that off.
Big dubs,
Wow.
Jared. Big dubs. Plus,
Just
now this
flex
whole
on it,
pass
why
fail
don't
thing,
you?
you can just keep it. You can get like a D in one of your class and just designate that you pass it.
I'm trying to find one of my books that I can.
I'm actually doing that, so.
I'm trying to find one of my textbooks that I can read a sentence to you, just so you can understand the torment that I went through.
Do it.
Well, before I do that, I want you guys to talk to me about NFL free agency because today's the day. Cam's gone at some point today. I don't know if they've done it yet.
They have.
They have? He's gone?
It officially happened a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Cam Newton's no longer a Panther. And
New England's going to have an Auburn quarterback battle for the starting quarterback position.
Are they?
Brian Hoyer sucks.
Are they? They got 3 quarterbacks. Yeah. They have a decent position to land another quarterback in the draft. Do they want Cam?
I don't think Cam would want to go there.
Say it again.
If you could choose Brissett or Cam, who would you choose, Alex? Be honest.
Brissett.
Wow.
But
if I'm the Patriots,
the Colts,
I'd choose Brissett.
the Colts have already came out and said they don't plan on trading Brissett.
So what they're doing is they're trying to win now with Rivers and then play Brissett after I guess.
They're trying to get Brissett more time behind quarterbacks he can learn from.
Ah, okay, that's fair. All right.
'Cause he's still young.
Yeah, that's true. How old is he?
Like 12? He's like
I'll Google
26, I bet.
I couldn't remember.
He's either 26 or 27. And the thought process is Philip Rivers isn't going to last very long, right?
Yeah.
1 to 2, maybe 3 years if he's lucky, right?
That's true.
But Brissett is still considered like a crucial part of the organization. So the Colts have said they're not going to get rid of him. unless the Patriots give a king's ransom for him, then I don't think the Colts turn it down. But you got to give up something substantial, like a couple of top picks. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a couple of seconds, maybe a first round pick or something like that. And I don't think the Patriots need to do that.
Yeah. Brissett is 27 and will turn 28 this December.
There you go. So he's still relatively young.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, and I mean, now is the time to win because the Texans are currently caving in on themselves right now. As it looks like Deshaun Watson wants out of
yeah,
Houston.
they do.
And, I mean, Bill O'Brien sucks. It's just
Really?
I don't know how else to put it. Like, oh gosh. I feel like this is the point where the owner needs to like step in and be like, no. You can trade DeAndre Hopkins, but if you trade Deshaun Watson, we're done. Like, because I mean, what do they have? Who is their backup quarterback? Does anyone know?
Last time I knew it was Tom Savage, but it's not him anymore.
That was like 4 years ago. I'm gonna go look because I want to know who the Texans are dealing with.
I bet I get it first.
I can't
AJ
even find it.
McCarron. It's AJ.
Oh my gosh! If we get a team in the AFC South with AJ McCarron throwing it to Randall Cobb, I'm gonna lose it.
You think he'll blame his bad throws on the wind again?
When did he do that?
He did that on an indoor field. I feel like. I remember him
Seriously?
distinctly saying that he blamed the wind for like missing a few throws.
That sounds about AJ McCarron, so that's not the worst, the strangest thing he's ever said, probably.
Damn, Jacob, I can hear that.
Yeah, what in the world?
That's good too. That was funny. Oh gosh. Jared, did you get your book?
Yes, I did. Do you want me to read you what's on page 1?
Yes. Might as well.
All right. Hello, class. Welcome to quantitative research methods. One of the three
quantitative research methods.
One of the
I don't
three.
even know they are, and I hate them.
One of the 3 classes. It's pretty much a lot of numbers.
Ew.
One of the 3 classes that you have to take and pass, and then take an exam on for you to get to the second year of grad school. Here is the first paragraph in the book: the nature of communications.
Oh, jeez.
The word communication has many different definitions, but the one we will use in this textbook states that communication is the process by which one person stimulates meaning in the minds of another person or persons through verbal and nonverbal messages. Although other definitions may view communication from a different perspective, we see communication as primarily meaning-focused. To comprehend the definition fully, a few of its parts need some clarification. The word process suggests that human communication is dynamic and changing. The notion of communication does not stop, start, or break. Burlow suggested that communication is like the river described by the Greek philosopher who? Heraclitus?
Spell it.
Heraclitus?
Hold up. Spell it.
Heraclitus. Heraclitus. Although that is almost not safe for work. Who believed that it was impossible to step in the same river twice before the moment you take your foot out of the water. The river changes so much that it's really not the same river. In life, humans are constantly changing as we go through various events, and our communication with other people also naturally evolve over time. Therefore, humans never communicate in the same way twice. Even professional actors who recite the same lines over and over again never recite them in the same way twice. Do you see why I was on the brink of just yeeting myself off a building?
Why didn't they start like? They could have started been like the way people talk to each other. The way
Jared,
people
that's how like every
evoke
communication
emotion in each
textbook
other.
starts.
Like
the first page of every communication textbook, it literally sounds like that.
And then
it started off not too bad, but then it got into the whole philosopher, and then it got into a whole analogy, and I was starting to really question things.
And then halfway through, look at all these numbers.
Whoa.
Doesn't look like communication. I mean, it looks like math.
Do you want to talk to me about
what's quantitative?
Do you want me to talk to you about what a chi-squared test is?
No.
Jared,
I know what a chi-squared is. I know what that is. I don't want to remember.
I feel like I know what that is.
Well,
isn't that how you check it? How close you were to the thing?
Multiple chi-squares.
All right, you stop that, Baymarks. All right, let's go ahead and get into some actual sports discussion before I want to honestly go in myself. Is Jameis Winston going to be a starting quarterback? Says Gordy Stewart.
I mean, he should be somewhere.
Yeah, I agree. He should be. I don't know if he will be.
Just wait for the XFL to pick him up.
I think
all right, so
Cam
what?
would say yes.
I think Cam's the first.
There's
one.
32 positions in the league. What quarterbacks are he like? I mean, would you say he's better than? Is he better than anybody that the Dolphins have right now?
Yes.
I don't
Josh
know.
Rosen?
I don't know who the Dolphins are going to draft. So
They're gonna draft Tua, but even then, Tua's probably. I mean, nobody knows what their plan is with his health and whatnot.
I don't think there's a point in the Dolphins getting Jameis Winston when Ryan Fitzmagic will work for one more year until Tua takes over.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't think Jameis wants to get into a situation either where he knows he's only there for 1 year.
Side note, I clicked on NFL standings, and the Oakland Raiders, their link doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, Las Vegas, we're here now, boys.
That's sad.
Man,
Anyway.
that's just depressing.
Yeah. Is
But,
the new Rams logo on there yet?
I hope
gosh.
not.
That's the worst logo I've ever seen. It really is.
Not.
Really?
I
It's
can't stand it.
trash.
I've
They
seen.
stole it from a Division II school,
It looks like it
Wait,
look,
really?
Angelo State University. Look it up.
Angelo State University.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Not to mention, it looks like a Chargers like bolt
Mm-hmm.
in the LA logo. It's terrible. Okay, but like, if the Texans get rid of Deshaun Watson because Bill O'Brien is the worst man on earth, would they then get Jameis?
I mean, I guess that's your only option except drafting somebody. So.
Oh my goodness.
But even then, the Chargers are going to draft a quarterback. So like, you're already on. Wait, who do the Chargers have a quarterback?
Tyrod Taylor.
Oh right.
Tyrod. Don't sleep on
All
Tyrod.
right, here it is. Jared found it. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Bay Marks,
That's
huge
bad.
MLB guy.
Yes, huge MLB guy.
Oh man, that's just sad.
They did this for They spent 2 years looking for this logo
Wow.
and creating this
No,
logo.
the one that's actually a ram head isn't bad.
That's true. That I agree with.
I don't like the LA one at all.
The Ram head's the best, but I still don't love it.
I like the old one better. They should have stuck with it.
I mean,
and the thing is that it totally matches up because with the Rams, they've done so horrible in marketing LA. Like when they moved to LA, they didn't change their uniforms to the official bright yellow and blue LA uniforms, which everybody on earth loved those uniforms. Nobody disliked them. They were classic. Kurt Warner had them when they won their first Super Bowl, and they didn't change to that. Then they sort of changed the helmets, but didn't change anything else. And now this, like they've done a horrible
They did
job of
change the
marketing.
uniforms though, Alex.
No, I mean, they had those alternates, but they didn't completely change them. They had the old St. Louis, like dark
I'm pretty
navy
sure
blue.
the new official one is the yellow.
No, I
and
mean,
blue.
I know they have changed it now, but it's the fact that they just waited. They want to do it with the new stadium. It's like
Okay,
the whole
then
thing of them
I
marketing.
was very confused. You should just said waited.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought two things. A, part of their logo looks like the moon, right?
Oh, dang.
And then B, I kind of thought, if you'd have told me this was the LA Chargers logo, I probably would have believed you too.
Because
apparently the Chargers
They're
changed
gonna
theirs
get
a
new
little bit.
logo.
The Chargers changed theirs. They just put a little lightning bolt in the A.
Yeah.
I mean,
what did they do last year?
Talking about are you talking about? Wait, was it the Dodgers that almost changed their thing too?
Oh, okay. Here. Oh my.
We're
Lord,
getting
this is
uniform
funny.
changes for like 10 teams this year. It seems like there's a lot of teams changing.
It's a new decade, Alex.
Yeah,
I know.
I mean, in the middle of an epidemic, I mean, what else are you gonna do?
I'm happy about something like the Bucks and the Browns need to fix their uniforms.
Remember when the Browns just like tinted their helmet a little bit darker, and they touted that as a uniform
Do you remember?
change?
Do you remember in the all or nothing thing for the Browns or whatever it was? They had to work for their stripe.
I was about to say no. It's called Hard Knocks.
Yeah, that's what it is. And they had to work for their stripe. And if I was a
I do
Browns fan,
not
I'd be
remember
like,
that.
"Get this out
You
of
have
my
to,
face."
yeah, they were in camp, and their helmets are they're just orange. There's no stripe down the middle, and the coach says something like, "You have to earn your stripes to be on this team." Like they're not under contract for 4 years.
Oh my gosh.
Here
All
it
right.
is. That lightning bolt.
Oh
Looks
yeah.
So bad.
It's just so basic and boring.
Because what I remember is everyone after they released this, they everybody in the whole world, every brand was like adding a little lightning bolt to their logo, and it was so funny. I
I've
don't know what
never
the new one is.
understood why teams feel like this need to like change. Like the Chargers, like just the simple bolt is like classic. It's just
These aren't new, but yeah, that.
Oh yeah, wow, it really, that's bad.
How many times have we seen like a successful rebrand, like off the bat, that it was like good?
A successful rebrand?
The Marlins weren't bad until they changed a few years ago.
That's true.
I kind of like the OG Marlins,
but not like weren't bad. They were like right when they got the new one. You're like, I really like that more than the old one.
Like the orange rebrand with all those different colors in the new park. I think it's because they built a new stadium. I think they wanted to kind of flush everything out.
The new stadium is okay,
I
except they don't fill it.
That's true. So in the NFL, Davis, I really the Patriots rebranding their jersey in the '90s.
Uniform. I like
the Patriots.
Too skinny.
The Patriots getting new jerseys in the in like the '90s because they had those really weird bright blue ones, and then now they have the ones they have now. That one worked out pretty well, I think. Plus, it helped that they won a lot.
I want to say the last team that did like a major like change, and nobody really cared at the end of the day. Man, when did the Seahawks change their look?
Oh, that was like
2010. Or sorry,
that's been a long time ago.
I
just remember Sean Alexander with the old one. Wait,
I feel like it happened, and everyone's like kind of like, eh.
And now it's growing on people a lot, though.
I think people like their uniforms.
I think the Bills like subtly rebranding to have their old jerseys because they had those really ugly navy blue ones in like 2009, and now they've like subtly just brought back the retro ones. Basically, that one's worked out.
I like the Rams going back to their old colors when they went to LA, and now they're just kind of
And then the
I wish they'd go back to like the blue and white. Like, I know that's what they exactly what it is.
That's what they
now,
did with the helmets.
Yeah.
Like what if on top of all this, the Rams got rid of like the Ram helmet and put the logo on a blank helmet?
Oh my goodness.
that'd be awful.
I would find a way to burn that stadium down. As I'm lighting
that is now on video. So.
I said a lot worse things.
Well, no, if you actually do it, they have evidence.
Oh,
I didn't even think about this. So like the Rams stadium is shaped like the old logo.
Yeah.
And they don't have the old logo anymore, so it's totally pointless.
Is it still a secondary logo?
Nope, because their secondary logo is an actual Ram. It's a new one. And their secondary logo is not terrible by comparison.
Maybe it's like, did you ever hear about the new Coke thing? Where like the conspiracy theory that Coke changed the recipe so everybody would want the old one back, and then they slightly changed it.
That's bold.
This is what the Rams are doing.
So they did
when IHOP changed their name to IHOP.
Yes.
For like 2
That was just to show they were good with burgers, but
that was the weirdest thing ever.
And
I'm just saying, if I want a burger, I'm not going to IHOP.
The Brooklyn Nets.
Oh, the Nets. That's a good one.
Yeah. New Jersey sucked.
Even though New Jersey was good in like 2004, by the end of it, not so much.
Well, the Clippers might rebrand soon. I've heard.
I can't
like they just rebranded. They just rebranded.
Yeah,
they've been completely like new logo, new thing, and everything. Like new mascot. Like
the Bucks have rebranded.
I can't.
When I see their jerseys, especially the black and white one, like it doesn't make me think Clippers.
Yeah,
I mean Clippers are ships. I mean you can't really do much about that.
Like their black and white jerseys look like the GTA 5 font. Like on the
I think that was kind of meant like that.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I like it.
It seems like the NBA teams rebrand a lot more frequently than any other like sport. Like the Hornets,
you don't see them changing their. They're not changing their mascot as often though. They actually change their mascot more than NFL though.
The NBA is like their market is younger people, so they can't stick with tradition because the younger people don't love that. So
I'm glad they changed the Bullish to the Wizards though, because that would not go over well now.
That's true. I feel like the Pelicans rebranding went pretty well. I mean, at first everyone was like, okay, why
the
Pelican?
Scary
but like,
mascot. The mascot was terrifying.
You seen the
that's
baby?
That's true. They redone the mascot and it's much better. But I feel like it's worked out pretty well. Because like, I mean, at first it was weird, but like a Pelican does actually fit New Orleans, unlike an example being the Utah Jazz, which is just awful.
When they I remember when they did it because I was in high school and I was like, Pelicans? I mean, I guess it's a state bird, but is that intimidating? And now it's like, okay, I get it.
That mascot does look kind of mean.
It's
like the picture of
Bobcats. Like looking back at it, I don't think of like when I see Charlotte Bobcats, I think it's weird.
I'm glad they got the name back.
Is this still true that the last time the Hornet or the Charlotte team went to the playoffs, it was still the Bobcats? Is that still true?
No, when it was the 8th seed one year. I swear.
Have the Hornets, name
Yes.
the Hornets, made the playoffs?
I'm pretty sure Kimba did like a year or two ago.
That's true.
They must have been like the 8 seed.
I think they were,
That thing
and
is
they got
the
knocked
bottom
out.
tier.
Or it may
bottom
be,
tier of the East is so confusing.
or
It's like
it may be that the last time the Charlotte team won a series is when they were named the Bobcats.
That's probably what it was.
that's because they played the Heat in like the first round when they were the Bobcats, and they definitely didn't win that one.
I bet we disagree on this one. Some of us will. The Hawks rebranding.
I don't know.
The neon, I hate it.
I don't know what the Hawks
I
are
hate
doing. I'm
I
gonna be
absolutely,
honest.
I despise it. It's awful because like the Hawks old jerseys were not bad.
I don't like the neon rebrand either. I think it's gonna die. Like it's already like dead.
I mean, the Mavericks have neon now. The Maverick City jerseys.
They've always had like
those are the
green
worst.
That's not like
so
a primary color though.
And yeah, in that matchup they've always had green involved.
I mean,
The Mavs should bring back that like suede gold jersey.
the Mavs.
Oh my!
The Mavs have like green in their design, but it ain't neon green.
Yeah.
Like the mid-court logo was the Mavs blue basketball on the right and then neon green on the left. Like that was kind of weird.
The cowboy hat Mavs need to come back.
The what?
The cowboy hat Mavs.
Oh Lord.
Let's not. Let's go back to the NFL and free agency. Obviously, a lot of dominoes have already fallen. The biggest one today was just the Cam Newton news. There's been some other signings. For example, the Panthers did pick up a wide receiver.
Oh yeah, they get the best receiver since Steve Smith right after they get rid of Cam. I mean that's just great.
So they got was it Roddy Anderson? Did I get that right?
Robbie Anderson.
Robbie.
Plus,
So-
they got him
Rodney
for pretty
Rich.
cheap.
It's a speedster. Kid's fast.
The Redskins signed Peyton Barber. Watch out.
Wait, did they?
Yeah, they did
Yes.
actually. We now have 700 running backs on the roster.
Kyle Allen, Peyton Barber. What a freaking backfield.
That's Super Bowl
Wait,
winning
hold-
backfield right there.
Alex, what are the Redskins doing?
They don't know.
Let me
Rivera.
mildly try to explain exactly what's happening.
He gave him a fifth
So-
round pick for the quarterback that got him fired.
Because the idea behind it, in regards to the Kyle Allen thing specifically, the idea behind it was we were going to draft a quarterback anyway because there is no other quarterback on the roster except for Haskins because Colt McCoy and Case Keenum left and Alex Smith's leg is somewhere. I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere.
Well, he's not coming back anyway, so.
That's true. And the idea behind it was rather than draft a brand new rookie quarterback with your fifth round pick, which is where they're going to go for quarterback probably or later, just trade the fifth round pick for a quarterback that you already know, that already knows the offense, that has more experience than some guy you get in the draft, and is probably better than some guy you would get in the fifth round. Because this quarterback draft class is not very deep. That was the idea behind that.
I mean,
as regards to the rest of it,
I guess that's fair.
That's fair. The biggest thing to me is that this class is not very deep.
Yeah.
But I mean, how much upside does Kyle Allen really have? I don't
I mean,
think
it's
well,
not
here's
the
the thing, here's the
upside, It's
thing.
just somebody to back up Haskins.
Alex,
and that's it.
he'll look good for the first 4 games that you play him, and then after that, it's a free
Well,
for all.
Davis, the plan since he's a backup is that he'll only play 4 games.
He was a backup for us too, Alex.
Well,
Just
hopefully-
saying.
well, Hopefully he
but
doesn't play
Dwayne
any.
Haskins' shoulder isn't falling off along with his foot right now. So
Wow, Alex,
you know,
not cool, not cool.
It is cool, actually.
They're in a moment of mourning right now. Okay.
Okay.
Alex, we might become the new dumpster fire at this rate.
You are the new dumpster fire at this rate.
Not yet, not yet. You're still
Okay,
the reigning
well,
dumpster
no,
fire.
yeah.
This offseason's been a dumpster
Let's be
fire,
clear, though.
honestly.
No matter what's going on, the Texans will eventually beat both of us for the biggest dumpster fire when they trade their 2 best players for scraps.
Well,
Wait till the Panthers
at
get
least
Deshaun
there's that.
Watson. He wants to come home.
at the end of the day, the Texans have something that the Panthers and Redskins don't have, and that is a quarterback. And a quarterback will always,
We have Teddy Bridgewater, Jared.
as Russell Wilson has shown, a quarterback can get you and carry you and drag you to the finish line for at least 8 or 9 wins.
Well, at least Dwayne Haskins and Teddy Bridgewater want to be there. Deshaun's trying to force his way out right now.
I don't know how good Dwayne Haskins is going to be. I really want Teddy to work out in Carolina. I really do. I want that guy to succeed. That's a
That'd
great.
be a fun offense with Joe Brady.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
I want that man to succeed. I just don't know.
Wait,
0-16
Chargers did just reveal a
for
new
number 16.
logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you it. I had it lightning bolt to the A, or the C, or whatever.
Oh wait, I thought that was old.
Okay, what I showed was old, and it's a little better now. But yeah,
Okay, wait.
there's something new that they came out with.
I'm gonna go look it up. Sorry, I just saw that.
Yeah.
LH,
But,
and apparently they're revealing new uniforms as well.
They are. It's on their
for Tyrod to be in it. Yeah, it's just a lightning bolt to the A. That's it. Pro Football or whatever it says, without any fanfare, Chargers unveil a new logo. It was the name of the thing I just looked at.
Wow, that's
nice.
That's harsh.
That
is. Ouch.
Let's see. Another piece of news that came out. Bay, you're no longer in solitude on this. Another pitcher needed Tommy John surgery, and that was Noah Syndergaard for the Mets.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of makes you feel for New York because, when you think about it, it was last season, right, when they were like on the up year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. Syndergaard is obviously one of the game's better pitchers, so that's gonna be tough for them as well.
Who's the guy that had the UCL surgery or injury?
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to think about it.
Yeah, there's two pitchers that went down today.
I'm not sure. All I know about Syndergaard.
I will say, baseball, I hope that all the pitchers are, specifically the pitchers are still, training and stuff, because if we come back, we can see a lot of injuries just with all this crap. And even with the training that they are doing, it might not be enough.
Let's see what else is going on in the news of sports. Let's go back to Washington. Trent Williams.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, keep talking, Alex.
His agent says.
Why do you keep talking?
His agent says it's time. You either gotta trade this dude or you gotta release him. But
his agent's a moron.
He doesn't want to play in DC no more.
Well, I don't want him in DC anymore, but he's also demanding that he gets a $20 million extension wherever he goes, and nobody wants to give a 31-year-old injury-prone left tackle a $20 million a year extension. So therefore,
you'd be surprised, Alex.
Hey, be surprised.
Did you see what the Dolphins were shilling out earlier?
That's true, but apparently the Dolphins don't want an offensive line for Tua. I don't know why.
Oh, I got sad because I went to my ESPN app and went to go look at news for college basketball, but instead it just has the it just says the Sweet 16 and then canceled.
Can I just take that off? Honestly,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how they can't get rid of it. Why it's just.
There is some news for college basketball, Jared. There's all the players declaring. That's about it.
Yeah,
including Isaac, who hasn't technically declared though.
He's going to go through the draft process.
He's going to go through the draft process, and
he can still come back.
I'm going to go ahead and
better get the hell out.
I'm going to go ahead and say it, right? He's gone, right? Nobody hang on to this idea that he's just testing the waters and he's going to come back, okay? He's gone. He's gone.
That's even what Bruce, unless his stock drops a ton and he's not a lottery pick, he's definitely gone.
Yeah.
And I don't think considering he's been, projected as a top 3 pick at some point. I don't think he'll be a top 3 pick, but certainly a top 10 pick. And I don't see him dropping that much. Now, I will say that the issue is he probably won't get to go through a combine or workouts and stuff. So that could hurt him a little bit because, part of his value is his physicality and just how strong and fast he is. So he doesn't really get to showcase that in a combine setting. But the only reason I could see him dropping is teams just look at his jump shot. And, clearly that is not.
That's what's going to happen for a few teams.
I don't think he'll drop.
He's not going to drop that far, but the Hawks are becoming a jump shooting team, or they're trying to at least. And he was projected to the Hawks.
I think the Bulls are going to get him. They need a wing, and I think he's going to be good there. But
I've seen teams draft players with much less. Just because that's the thing.
I'm not saying they will, but now these teams think they're so good at drafting because they go with a decent jump shot.
In today's NBA, though, I guess that's the concern because it's such a shooting league and you got to have a jump shot that you kind of don't want to risk. Hopefully he can develop this jump shot. If he doesn't, then who knows? But Bruce said it. Bruce said he's going to tell him to leave if he's a projected lottery pick. So,
because think about the long-term effect that has. Bruce can literally bring in a recruit and be like, "Look, I've got a guy that's playing for the Magic, a guy that was on the Suns, and now have a one and done. I can get you in and out in a year." So
And to add on about Jared, apparently their GM said they did it because they knew the season was going to get canceled, so they let him get out of there quicker and go ahead and search for a new home.
Yeah, they said he's good enough that he needs a team deserves him. I read something like that.
Yeah.
Well, another lottery pick, college basketball news is Obi Toppin was officially declared the AP Player of the Year.
That's true.
Deservedly so. Anthony Grant won Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
it's a shame he couldn't win out.
Alabama should try him out.
So, has the NCAA said on whether or not they're gonna crown the AP number one the champion? Or
no, I hope not.
Or UCF team.
Or
Florida State is apparently national champions according to the state of Florida.
Well, the state of Florida is also stupid, so
yeah,
got him.
That's entirely correct.
There's a whole SB Nation article about, or maybe it might be SB Nation. Yeah, I think it is, about who has the claims to it and stuff, and it's just
probably just one big mess.
It's done. There's so many teams that could claim it. They made a joke at the bottom that Alabama has claims they had no business claiming it, but they do it anyway. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I just don't think anyone should claim it, and no one should be crowned a champion, because that's the whole point of college basketball, is to have the tournament and let it play out.
Yeah.
Because if you give it to Kansas, the last time a number one overall team won the national championship was 2012 Kentucky. I don't think it happened very often before that. So you can't just give it to them, because chances are they were going to lose. They had to target on their backs.
College basketball is not like football. I guarantee you, if this happened during football season, you'd be able to name, especially if it was towards the end of the season when the playoff polls come out, whoever the number one team in the playoff was. I mean, I guess that could become a consensus where everybody's like, yeah, they could be the declared national champion. But basketball is such a different. I mean, y'all know that's why it's called March Madness, is because anybody can be beaten on any given night.
And to be fair, I think Kansas is the closest we have to that. I think Kansas, I would have picked them to win it all. Now, do I think it would have happened? Probably not. I'd probably been totally off on that, but that's who I would have picked. That's the safe pick.
And from the beginning of the season, we said how crazy this was going to be with all the number ones losing.
I know.
And the Big Ten just being a complete mess. And this March Madness was going to shape up to be one of the greatest March Madness in a long time. And this happened.
To admit, though, the SEC this year was not as strong as it was last year.
It wasn't.
Trash.
It wasn't.
I mean, you had Kentucky, Auburn, LSU was at the top for a minute, and then you really just had
Florida
at some point.
And then Florida when they decided to show up.
And Mississippi State kind of just lingered around, and then at the last second took the number 4 seed from.
Yeah, Mississippi State and South Carolina, there were teams that you were kind of like, we're good, but we don't really want to go to the tournament that much.
Because Tennessee went through injuries that prevented them from being a more decent team, and then you had just the rest of the SEC that was kind of just a junk pile. Besides Vandy, Vandy was just god awful. Vandy was never in it.
Remember when Arkansas was undefeated?
Yeah.
Remember when people were projecting Arkansas to win the SEC at one point?
Yeah. It was also
one of their guards is transferring now too.
Which one?
I forgot his name. He only averaged 4 points a game.
Okay.
It's on Rothstein.
I was make sure it wasn't Isaiah Joe or Mason Jones.
No. Gosh, no. This guy's graduating and then transferring.
Gotcha.
And so for I think, Bay, you mentioned if it happened in college football, if they named one in the middle of the season, so for last year, if the college football season just ended at week 10, Ohio State would have been declared the national champion because they were number one.
See, you just get.
I think that's the point of the fact that you really can do it, because we very clearly know that LSU is far and away the best team.
Hey,
because
if we can end the season early and Auburn's up there, do it. You cut that thing off.
Well, let's see. Closest Auburn got was...
Don't let Auburn get to the postseason. Don't do it.
It had to have been the LSU week. Free LSU.
Let's see. The closest they got was...
I think Auburn was number 8 when they played LSU.
Yeah. I don't think...
but the college football playoff rankings started after that. They only started at week 10.
So that's what you're basing it off of? Okay.
Yeah.
Those are the highest we got in any...
official ones.
I think the highest we got in any poll was either 8 or 7.
Yeah. And then our offense was we don't want to be ranked that high.
Remember expectations. You go back down, then you knock them out of the park.
Yeah.
That's true.
Here's the key for Auburn athletics. You have to abandon all hope, and then that's when we succeed.
By the way, Nick Saban released a special message on the Alabama football Twitter account
Did he? Do we have do we have to go watch it?
It's a minute 27, so I think we should watch it. I can pull it up.
All right. While he's
All
pulling
right.
it up,
Yeah,
you
pull it up.
Let me ask a quick question while he's doing that.
What's
this
up?
goes back to the effect of having a one and done in Isaac. So something else that we haven't mentioned, obviously, but Rothstein tweeted that Nate Oates said that Kyra and John Petty are both going to go through the draft process. My question is, what's the right word? What's the impact if they both stay and go in the draft for Alabama basketball?
I think it's going to be 1-1 for them. I think Petty will stay and Kyra will go. So I don't think it's going to have a huge impact because I think that's kind of expected because Kyra's been there for a year and now he's going to go. I mean, it's similar to Colin Sexton, but on a much smaller level because he's not going to be a lottery pick. Petty, though, if he goes pro, then I think that kind of has an impact because it kind of shows what the team, I guess the strategy that Nate Oates brought to them. Like seeing them play against that Auburn game was insane. See him and the other guys just drain everything in sight and keep shooting when they were not.
I think Kyra stays in the draft process and goes, but I honestly think John comes back for one more year.
Yeah, there's no reason to think Petty should go pro, but if he did, I think it would say a lot about what Nate Oates has done for those players because he's bringing a fun strategy to them, and that's it. All right, I got the next saving video if we want to play that.
Go for it. Go ahead and screen share that bad boy.
Of course, he's wearing a crimson blazer.
You can't hear it.
Let me get that audio.
Can you hear it now?
No.
Not even close.
You need to narrate it for us.
Let's see. Maybe it's work. You share, pause share, annotate, more.
Can y'all hear audio when I play things?
No.
Nope.
Oh,
you have
really?
to like allow it on Zoom and then you can.
Well.
Wait, is that a thing?
Yes. You go to like, I can't remember. But I did it and then I could start.
Are you sure it's not playing on the stream, but we just can't hear it?
It probably is, but you can do it so we can hear it too.
Gotcha.
I was trying to watch a movie in a Zoom one time, so we had to figure that out. It didn't work though.
What Zoom were you when you were trying to watch a movie, Davis?
It was a Zoom I made when we were trying to watch a movie.
I didn't get invited.
So
I mean, obviously it was me and Sutton trying to work it out, and it obviously didn't work.
Well, Alex, nobody likes you, so. But
Jared, shut up.
But Jacob, just break down what good old Saint Nick was trying to say to us.
Yeah, he's basically just talking about how the safety of the players and stuff and staff are the talk, and he gives the general CDC stuff. Stay 6 feet away, wash your hands.
I had to go to the post office today. That was scary.
Jared.
Yeah. I had to deliver a package.
Did I breathe on you?
The end is key. Listen, the end is key.
You said that.
Yes, he's saying.
I was going to say, Jared, when
do
you
all
said that,
this so we can play
picture of Bruce.
What now?
I was saying when you said you had to deliver a package, it was making me think about. Well, you probably haven't seen it because you don't get on Twitter at all, but on Twitter, the package delivery with Bruce, and it's an L. It was funny.
Oh.
So, Jacob, what did he say at the end?
Basically, he was talking about how we need to follow all the guidelines so we can actually play college football coming up this fall.
Now, all of a sudden, people in the state of Alabama will start listening because their highest paid government employee finally said something. I was about to say.
I've got a
my
question for y'all.
A commenter, an anonymous commenter said, bottom right is boring. I think you're talking about you, Bay.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I've got a question for y'all.
What?
Was Klay Thompson more important to the Warriors than Ray Allen was to the Boston Celtics / Miami Heat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, say that one more time.
Absolutely.
Was Klay Thompson?
Was Klay Thompson more important to the Warriors' success than Ray Allen was to the Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat?
I don't think I don't think it's fair to ask the Celtics and Heat just because I feel like he had two different roles with both of those teams.
I said yes too, though. So
I don't think he
I say yes.
I don't think he had a similar role at the Celtics. I think Klay Thompson was like even with KD, it feels like he's pretty even with Steph. Like he's even with Steph as like up there as like a team leader. It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah.
Like whereas Allen, like both in Boston and in Miami, he wasn't that guy. He was a guy. He wasn't. It feels wrong to say he's a role player because I mean he's such a legend and that's not the right way to describe him. But that's kind of what it felt like because he's playing with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James and Chris Bosh. And he's also playing with Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. So like that's not really fair. Whereas Thompson, I feel like is on the level of Steph as well, almost on the level of KD. So.
Plus, I think Clay's a much better defender, and at least at that age, especially because I mean, Ray Allen when he was in the Celtics was 32, right? He was old.
He was up there.
Allen never take 8 dribbles and drop. What was it, 50 points? And Klay Thompson did that.
Yeah,
I can do that.
No, you
can't.
With
Dude,
150 shots
to a fake All-Star game victory.
Jared can take the first 6 picks in a draft and still lose by 20. That's what he can do.
I took the first 6 picks and only 4 of them showed up.
That is true.
I want to redo.
You should have stuck those picks with Devin then. At that rate,
I was
about to say.
I want to redo.
Just allow Davis to say he was the number 1 pick in the draft.
I mean, when you think about it, he kind of was.
Technically, or was it JP? JP was picked before me.
Oh, that's tough.
I don't know.
He was.
Either way.
But, did y'all see that thing about the Sixers owner telling all of his employees to reducing the salary of his employees by 20%?
There was another organization.
He took it back because he felt bad, but that's just like
come on, man. Talk about. Let's just put this in perspective. There is a global crisis happening. Nobody's going to work, and you're like, as you know, a millionaire, or I assume billionaire. Because if you're owning a team, you got to have some sort of cheddar on you. Just imagine you as a million/billionaire saying, "Look, I know things are going on, but we gotta. You're gonna be the first team to say we're gonna cut back on pay, and see like you're in quarantine 24/7 now, and you had all this time to think about the right things to do, and you didn't think about the PR disaster that will come from that. Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, it's bad. The Sixers are valued at just around $2 billion. But, of course, he could not spare some money to his employees, who I'm sure are not making big bucks. I'm sure this was, like...
When you drop a bag on Al Horford, you kind of have to pedal it back a little bit.
That is true. When you sign Al Horford to a max...
Al Horford, Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Josh Richardson all have... a lot of money going towards him. I mean, he's like Mr. Krabs.
I think this is the perfect time to throw Embiid and Simmons into a room and just say, look, until the next season starts, you figure this out.
Y'all are quarantined together.
Yeah.
Now is the time to put Ben Simmons.
I feel like Embiid might kill Simmons.
Well, that's a horrible situation, but yeah, I mean, it's either they figure it out or one of them has to go.
Embiid's eating hamburgers and Simmons is playing games.
I feel like it would so work out if Ben Simmons started taking 3-pointers.
He obviously does not have that confidence, Alex.
I don't know how he can't.
Because he's not a good shooter. Alex,
like
when we were in the intramural game, you did not want to take a shot. Devin had to force you to take it.
I'm not an NBA player getting paid $30 million.
No. You know you can't shoot, so you did not want to. That is the same thing with Ben Simmons.
Because look, here's the thing, Alex, there was no consequence to you shooting and missing, whereas Ben Simmons does have that, but he's also getting paid, so it kind of balances out. You're not getting paid, but you have no consequences.
Yeah,
Ben's getting paid, but he doesn't have consequences.
It balances out. You were just there for my ratings,
more or less.
Yeah,
but I mean, like look at Giannis for example. He came into the league with no jump shot whatsoever, and evidently. He's worked out to where he has more of a jump shot than he did. Jake, you better be careful or Dave's about to come through that camera and attack you, so watch out. I'm just saying.
If it's a true statement, I'm not going to get mad, but you just say hyperbolic statements. Giannis has never made a jump shot in his entire career.
I never said that.
You say stuff like that.
That is never something I said.
He will never make a 3-point shot ever from this point on.
He made one his rookie year. What? That's
Yeah, no,
just
but you talk
stupid.
like that, and that's when I get
I
mad.
talk like that. All right, Davis.
Just saying. What were you saying, Alex?
Y'all crazy.
I just don't think that's a good
If you
comparison.
say
because
stupid
I don't-
statements, I'm gonna call you out.
Because I don't think Giannis has improved enough to where he can say that. Like,
Well,
he's
no,
improved
I'm just
a tiny bit.
I think he's
I'm
improved
saying
enough that
if Giannis can take 3-pointers, then Ben Simmons should take 3-pointers. That's my point. If Giannis can and work at it to shoot 30%, then Ben Simmons can work at it, just have some like, is seeing those pics of people defending Ben Simmons at the free throw line when he's at the 3-point line? Like, come on now. That's ridiculous.
So, as we only have a couple minutes left, as Jacob needs his water, let's talk.
He had to mute himself for
Let's talk about how Trevor Lawrence and his girlfriend. Okay, let's get into it.
No,
we talk about Jamal Murray instead.
No.
Whoa!
Wait. Talk about what?
We're not on the radio. Oh, you don't know, Jerry?
Wait, no, hold up. What did Alex talk about? I missed
Alex
it.
probably watched it or something.
About what?
I did not.
Are we allowed to say it?
Did I
He
miss
posted
something?
on his Instagram story that was highly inappropriate.
Wait, you said Jamal Murray?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's say he was not practicing social distancing very well.
Yeah.
That's a yikes for me,
Jacob.
dog.
That was perfect.
Do you understand what we're talking about, Jared?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Just making sure.
I just wanted us to talk about Trevor Lawrence and his girlfriend started a GoFundMe page to help people who have been affected by coronavirus, and the NCAA shut it down.
Wait, no, they didn't.
Yeah, it was a violation.
So, taking what the Sixers did, the Sixers owner did, and applied to the NCAA, how in the world do you think... Okay.
The NCAA is just used to bad publicity now. They don't care.
The NCAA probably got the coronavirus spread.
I
because
mean,
they hate people.
I just
they hate our love of basketball.
It's just
football.
Just kidding. They're too greedy to do that.
Like deep down as okay. This is gonna sound weird.
Half the stuff the NCAA does feels like it's a dare. They feel like they're doing it on a dare.
Jared, are you saying that you understand it?
Deep down, from an administrative role that I've had, I can understand following rules, but sometimes you gotta break rules. Do you know how many rules? Do you know how many rules I have broken as sports director of WGL Radio?
Are you just gonna start listing them off?
There is a laundry list of things that I kind of bended or kind of broke the rules on.
Like
he stole the recorder.
Jared.
Funny enough,
did you find it?
No, that's still gone. But I have
What's funny enough?
I found out that I have a different Weagle recorder in my bag, and yesterday I had to tell Britt that I still had it. So, yeah. But sometimes you gotta bend or break rules. In the NCAA, it seems like they never want to be like, you know what? In this time, it's just better to let this go. No, they are always to the rules. And in a way, I can respect that, but also screw them, right?
I think the problem with the NCAA is that with the way things are working, athletes in every sport level are so much more free to do what they want, and everything's progressed. And the NCAA has not taken a single step forward. The popularity of the NCAA has taken a step forward. The popularity of the players, the personality of the players has all taken a step forward. But the NCAA's rules and regulations themselves have not taken much.
I just want to say I'm not defending them on this, but like if you let him do that, then another player can make a GoFundMe. They're like GoFundMe for me, and then they have an argument that they can be well, you let Trevor Lawrence do it. Why can't I do it? I feel like that's probably why that they shut it down.
Plus, you can even do one fake and then just steal the money.
That's where you make an amendment saying if you're doing it for the public good, then it's okay.
They might make an amendment.
If you team up with your university, right? If it was Trevor Lawrence and Clemson starts a GoFundMe for these people, then it's different, right? If you get a sponsor to help you out, then
he should have gotten someone else to do it and promoted it.
Yes.
Yeah, because he could definitely have lent his.
Which, don't get me wrong, it's still stupid that he has to go through all those processes to do it, but that would be the best way to do it. Instead of a random player saying, "Oh, GoFundMe because Or what was it, a Wisconsin player? What was the controversy behind the Wisconsin player with the game day sign? That was a basketball player that said he was broke, so cash at me or something like that. Was that a Wisconsin basketball player that happened with?
Are you talking about no. Are you talking about the Iowa game day sign where they he wanted free beer money?
Not that one. This was years ago. Hold on, I want to see if I can Google it before we get out of here.
Because I don't because if it's a player, then that's kind of that kind of is.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sounds familiar.
Let me see.
I feel like if I was an NCAA athlete and I found $1 on the ground, the NCAA would make me put it back.
For sure. You're not wrong.
A $20 bill. No.
NCAA just
Mark
comes
Emmers
out
run
behind
on
the
your
corner.
tail.
Where did you find
Like
that?
Secret Service.
Was that a booster dollar bill?
They'll trace where all it's been, and they'll trace it back to a booster. And
They'll test the DNA on it. A booster is... Oh, man.
Thing is, though, like, this got me thinking, like, you say that, Davis, like, so what if a student athlete is, like, working at a restaurant, and some booster goes there and orders something, but then gives, like, a $300 tip? Like, is that something the NCAA would go after?
If it was a booster, probably.
I don't know. I couldn't find a story.
Actually, I feel like if they worked at a restaurant and then they got more money because they have an athlete, they might get in trouble for that.
They would.
I'm pretty sure that I have to go find it. The story that I was thinking about, I couldn't find it. The one I recently found was the Stephen F. Austin player that hit a game-winning shot against Duke, and how there's a GoFundMe for Hurricane Dorian and stuff like that. I remember that. There's a different one. I'm trying to remember it. I'm pretty sure it happened, but I can't confirm it. So scratch that from your memory. But
okay,
athletes can't have certain jobs.
Really?
They cannot.
Certain jobs being what?
Especially if they can benefit from it. Do you see what I'm saying?
So, like, something where you can get a tip.
Yes.
Makes sense. All right.
That's logical. There's a reason why at most D1 schools they get stipends, right? It's supposed to offset, if I could have a job, here you go, right?
That's fair.
That makes sense, though, because, I mean, if you worked at a restaurant.
With them changing the rules, right, in 2 years, maybe, that's going to change. But for right now, they still can't profit off their likeness. Because even if you work at a diner and you're getting tips, that's still, I mean, let's be honest, you probably would give more money to, Isaac Okoro, if he was waiting for you, you know what I'm saying, than some random Joe Schmo. Like, let's be honest, right?
That's true. Like, if Isaac Okoro serves you your waffle at Waffle House, like...
Well, Isaac Okoro better get a better job than a Waffle House.
Hey, I mean, it's the little things.
I feel like Waffle House is a pretty good job, Jared. It's better than IHOP.
Let's say.
I mean, that's
because like Gus goes to Waffle House.
That's because the one
IHOP in Auburn shut down.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's because the one IHOP closed here. So yes, it would be better to work at Waffle House.
It wasn't good though. So
I hate IHOP so much.
I liked it.
I'm a Waffle House guy. It was so bad.
I've never gotten.
Waffle House is so superior.
I've never gotten breakfast food from a Waffle House.
What?
What do you get? Like hamburgers?
Yeah.
I only get breakfast
patty
food.
melt.
I'm that person. It was like,
Jared, what do you get?
I mean, even then, it's still good, but like their waffles immaculate.
Hamburgers. Like,
do you get hash browns at least?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Okay, just making sure.
Like during late May of last year, when me and Jack drove down the road for Auburn High School softball state tournament, and then we both left to go to Waffle House, and he went to stop like in that same city and get Waffle House. I was like, no, let's just drive back to Auburn. And then somehow Jack was able to stop to get gas and then still pretty much beat me to Waffle House because apparently I drive that slow.
Unsurprising.
Reinforcing the fact that Jared is a boomer.
Yeah. I was going to say.
Like
Jared, I didn't want to say because Jared's going to get mad at us.
I drive.
I drive. We were talking about
I drive a consistent 5 miles over the speed limit. There, I said it.
What were we talking about on the show today? You mentioned something, and you were like, this happened back when I was in high school, and my first thought immediately was making some sort of joke about when you were in high school, the NFL started, or something like that.
The Pelicans, the Pelican logo changing.
Oh yeah, the Pelicans logo.
And I said
I
back.
honestly think I was in middle school.
Which that makes sense. You guys were in middle school. I was in high school. Like that makes sense. That's not crazy.
I wasn't even born yet, Jared.
Technically, I might have been in elementary school.
Jared was in preschool when the first Super Bowl happened. We all know this.
Because if it was his sophomore year, I would have been in 5th grade.
I took kindergarten twice. Okay, that should tell you all you need to know.
That explains it all. Okay, now we know why Jared's 47 years old. Okay, it makes sense.
I took kindergarten twice. Don't text it. Don't tell anybody.
But just say it on.
Just say it. Yeah, just say it to where everybody knows. Yes. All right, it's 5:00, and
except we're counting on the fact that nobody.
And as you guys know, that's the end of the show because we're going to 1 hour because that's all we really can do at this point. We're just trying to stay sane. Davis, are there any closing remarks for you, Davis?
Stay safe, people. 6 feet.
6 feet
of distance.
Alex,
between others.
How about you?
Henri.
Wish me luck on my Spanish project I got to do tonight.
Oh, well.
That's all I got to say.
Hope you fail. Bay, how about you?
Thank you.
Doing the extra point isn't already enough torture. I'm still watching the end of the replay of the Outback Bowl from this year.
Why are you still watching that? Why are you still watching that? Do I need
makes you do weird things.
Do I need to bring
just
up
watch like the 2010 season?
Do I need
so
to
much easier.
Do I need to bring
I
up
have an old DVD thing of that?
Do I need to bring up my comparison from last night?
No, Jared. We just need to end the show.
What was your comparison?
Oh no. No.
That's safe for work.
Jared, just text in the chat afterwards, man.
Okay, I'll text you guys. Actually, hold up. I'll just go ahead and just send you the screenshot of what I said.
I say we could just end the show.
Well, my laptop's dying, so if the show don't end, my laptop.
Okay, and finally, Jacob, one last thing.
Stay safe.
Stay safe. Well,
don't go insane.
Cabin fever's a real thing, people. Y'all laughed at
Cabin
me.
Fever.
Y'all laughed at me.
All right, so for Davis Carroll, Alex Houston, Bay Marks, and Jacob Hillman, I'm Jared Dillard saying thank you for joining us on Extra Point here on WEGL 91.1 and Eagle Eye TV.